Have you ever woken up, looked in the mirror, and wondered, where did the time go? Maybe your knees don't feel the same, or your energy doesn't last like it used to. You're not alone. Aging comes with changes, but that doesn't mean we lose control over how we feel or how long we live. In fact, what you do each day, even small things, can have a big effect on how strong, sharp, and happy you stay in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. We all want more time, more birthdays, more sunny mornings, more laughs with people we love. But just as important as living longer is living better. Feeling good in your body. Being able to move around freely, stay independent, and enjoy the life you've built. That's what this video is about. Today, I want to share 7 simple habits that can help you add more years to your life, and more life to your years. These aren't extreme, and they don't require expensive tools or complex routines. They're things you can start doing right now, at home, no matter your age. Let's talk about what really works, not for young people, but for you, right now, after 65. Let's start with the first habit. It might sound simple, but don't let that fool you. It's one of the most powerful changes you can make, walking with intention. I'm not just talking about getting your steps in, or wandering through the grocery store. I mean 20 to 30 minutes of walking every day, at a steady pace, with your arms swinging and your mind present. Why is this so powerful? Because it boosts your heart health, supports your joints, improves your mood, and even helps your brain stay sharp. Think about this, our bodies were made to move. But as we get older, it becomes easier to sit more and move less. You might think, I walk enough, but unless you're doing it regularly, with purpose, your body may not be getting the full benefit. Walking improves blood flow, which carries oxygen to your brain. It helps with digestion. It also reduces the risk of falls by keeping your legs strong and your balance steady. And the best part? You don't need a gym, a trainer, or any special equipment. Just a comfortable pair of shoes and a safe place to walk, even inside your home, up and down the hallway if that's what works for you. Now, let's talk about another habit that makes a big difference, going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. Sleep is your body's repair time. When you're sleeping well, your immune system gets stronger, your brain clears out waste, and your muscles recover. But as we age, many people struggle with sleep. They fall asleep late, wake up too early, or toss and turn in the night. One reason for this is that our sleep patterns become more fragile after 60. Keeping a regular sleep schedule can help a lot. Try going to bed at the same time each night, even on weekends. Wake up around the same time, too, even if you don't have anything planned that day. Your body has an internal clock, and when that clock is steady, your sleep improves. Better sleep means more energy, better mood, and even lower risk of heart disease, diabetes, and memory problems. And here's something else to think about. Try turning off screens an hour before bed. The light from TVs, phones, and tablets can confuse your brain and make it harder to fall asleep. Instead, wind down with quiet music, light reading, or a calming routine. A warm shower or a few gentle stretches can tell your body, it's time to rest now. If you sleep better, everything else in your life starts to feel easier. Let's move into something that people often overlook, but it matters more than most realize: staying connected with others. After 65, many people find themselves seeing friends less, losing touch with coworkers, or even feeling invisible at times. But here's the truth: staying socially active isn't just good for your happiness, it can actually help you live longer. Studies have shown that loneliness and isolation increase the risk of many health problems, from high blood pressure to depression to memory loss. When we talk to others, laugh, share meals, or even just have short conversations, it keeps our brains sharp and our emotions balanced. You don't need to be around people all the time. Just a few meaningful connections can make a big difference. If you feel like your social circle has gotten smaller, that's okay. There are still ways to reach out. Join a local group or class. Say hello to neighbors. Call someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Even commenting on videos like this one can lead to conversations. The goal isn't to be surrounded by people 24/7. It's to feel that you matter, that your voice is heard, and that you still have relationships that bring you joy. Now that we've talked about movement, sleep, and connection, you might already be thinking of small things you can change in your own life. That's the beauty of it, none of this requires a huge effort or a big budget. These habits are about choosing yourself each day. About saying, my health is worth it. My life still has room to grow. And it does. Just because you're over 65 doesn't mean your story is finished. You still have power in your choices. And every healthy habit you build from today forward becomes a gift, not just for you, but for the people who care about you. Now that we've looked at the importance of walking, sleeping well, and staying connected with others, let's talk about another habit that works quietly in the background but plays a big role in your health: drinking enough water. You've probably heard this before, but let me ask you something honestly: do you actually drink enough water during the day? It's easy to forget, especially when we're not feeling thirsty. But that's the thing, as we age, our sense of thirst weakens. By the time we feel thirsty, our body may already be dehydrated. Dehydration in older adults can lead to confusion, headaches, low energy, constipation, and even more serious issues like urinary tract infections or falls due to dizziness. So, how much water do you really need? A good target is about 6 to 8 cups a day, and no, that doesn't mean you have to chug all at once. Spread it out. Sip water throughout the day. Keep a glass nearby. Choose herbal teas or add a slice of lemon if plain water feels boring. Also, eating more water-rich foods like cucumbers, oranges, tomatoes, and melons can help. If you take medications that make you lose fluids or affect your kidneys, talk to your doctor about your ideal intake. But the basic idea is simple: more water, more energy, better digestion, and fewer health problems. Let's move on to something that might surprise you. It's about using your brain every day, and I'm not talking about doing crossword puzzles all the time, though those are great too. I mean challenging your brain with something new. Learning something unfamiliar, no matter how small, sends a strong message to your brain: I'm still growing. It could be learning a few words in another language, trying a new recipe, watching a documentary and discussing it with someone, or practicing a new hobby like painting or simple crafts. You don't have to be perfect at it. The point isn't the result. The benefit comes from the effort, from making your brain work in different ways. Why does this matter? Because after 65, the brain can slow down if we stop using it in new ways. But when you stretch it, even a little, it builds new connections and stays healthier. People who keep learning as they age often have better memory, more confidence, and even less risk of diseases like Alzheimer's. You don't need a classroom or a textbook. Just curiosity and a willingness to try. Here's another habit that might not sound exciting, but it's one of the most powerful things you can do: eating with intention. After 65, the body handles food differently. You may need fewer calories but more nutrients. What you eat can either protect your body or put stress on it. So, eating with intention means choosing foods that support your health instead of ones that slow you down. Let's keep it practical. Try to eat more whole foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, beans, whole grains, and healthy fats like olive oil. Cut down on added sugar, processed snacks, and heavy fried foods. You don't have to follow a strict diet. Just look at your plate and ask, is this giving me energy, or is it taking it away? You might notice something after a few weeks of eating better: your joints hurt less, your skin looks better, your digestion improves, and you sleep more soundly. These changes don't come from pills or special drinks. They come from simple food choices, made every day. If cooking feels like a lot of work, try batch cooking once or twice a week. Make a pot of soup, bake some vegetables, or grill some fish you can eat over a few days. Even small changes, like switching from white bread to whole grain, or from sugary drinks to water, can make a big difference over time. The final habit I want to share in this part is one that isn't often talked about, but it's just as important as food, movement, and sleep. And that's having a reason to wake up in the morning. Something that gives your day meaning. This doesn't have to be something big or dramatic. It can be as simple as caring for a garden, calling your grandchild, walking a neighbor's dog, or reading a new chapter in a book each day. As we age, many people retire, kids move out, routines change, and suddenly the days can feel quiet. But life still needs a sense of purpose. Having something to look forward to gives your body and mind a reason to stay strong. People with a sense of purpose often have lower stress, stronger immune systems, and even live longer. So ask yourself, what gives your life meaning right now? What small thing can you do each day that makes you feel useful, needed, or simply proud of yourself? It doesn't have to impress anyone. It just has to matter to you. It could be helping someone else, taking care of something living, learning something new, or building something with your hands. And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, that's okay. You can find one by trying new things and paying attention to what makes you feel good inside. All of these habits are connected. Moving your body, feeding it well, using your mind, staying connected, and waking up with purpose, they all work together. And the beauty of it is, you don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need to keep going, one habit at a time. We've talked about walking with purpose, sleeping on a regular schedule, drinking enough water, keeping your brain active, eating with intention, staying connected, and having a reason to wake up in the morning. These habits may seem simple on the surface, but when you put them together, they can truly change how you live each day and how many healthy years you can enjoy ahead. Before we close, I want to share a few thoughts about something that ties all of this together: consistency. It's easy to start a new habit. Maybe you feel motivated for a few days, maybe even a week or two. But the real power comes when you keep going. Even when the excitement wears off. Even when life gets busy or your energy is low. Because it's the small things you do every day, not once in a while, that build strength, improve your health, and help you stay independent. And here's the good news: you don't need to be perfect. You don't have to walk every day if your knees are hurting. You don't have to prepare perfect meals if you're having a tired week. But what you can do, and what truly matters, is to come back to these habits again and again. One skipped day doesn't undo your progress. What matters is that you keep showing up for yourself. Now, let's take a moment to look back at what we've covered, not to repeat it, but to let it settle in your mind. You're not stuck. Your age is not a limit. You still have choices. You still have power. And the steps you take today, no matter how small, are investments in your future. Not just in how long you live, but in how well you live. Maybe for you, it's drinking that extra glass of water today. Or going for a 10-minute walk around your block. Or reaching out to someone you've lost touch with. These things might seem small, but they are building blocks. And over time, they lead to more energy, less pain, clearer thinking, better sleep, and a stronger heart. That's not just science, that's something many people feel when they begin making these changes. You might be thinking, it's too late for me, or I've never done this before. But let me tell you clearly, it's never too late. You can always begin. People in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s have seen big changes by simply making better choices each day. Age doesn't stop you. Giving up does. But you haven't given up, you're here, you're listening, you're learning. That's something to be proud of. And if you've been doing some of these habits already, take a moment to appreciate yourself. It's not always easy. But you're showing up for your health, and that's worth celebrating. Before we end, I want to remind you of something simple: you deserve to feel good. You deserve to enjoy your life, to move with less pain, to sleep peacefully, and to wake up feeling ready for the day. These habits are not about being younger, they're about being stronger, more peaceful, and more confident right where you are now. If any part of today's video spoke to you, I would love to hear about it in the comments. Which of these habits are you already doing? Which ones are you ready to try? Your story could inspire someone else who's watching. We're all in this together, learning, growing, and supporting one another. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like. It helps more people find this information. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, too. We share simple, honest, and useful advice for staying healthy and living fully after 60. And there's more to come, more videos, more encouragement, and more support to help you live your best years ahead. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you feel encouraged, not pressured. Motivated, not overwhelmed. You don't have to do everything today. Just take one small step. That's where it begins. Here's to your health, your happiness, and to many more strong, joyful years ahead. You've got this, and you're not alone.